What's going on? Good afternoon. 3:40 Central, Bitcoin. What we felt about a quick 750 off the high, so I wanted to come on here because of that. Everybody should know somewhat my feelings, especially anybody in Discord. You welcome the seeker. Trying to keep everybody updated. We're going to do this here for YouTube, Twitter, etc. Give away some free advice. So let's give a few minutes here, or a few seconds, let a few more people come in. Then we're going to go over a few things. Let me see. This first chart is interesting because, and I showed this in Discord this morning, and I showed it even yesterday. You can see here, Jaws is barking because I didn't put him away. So sorry about that. There is price of Bitcoin going to new highs. You can see volume not behind it. Made that rally suspect. So that was kind of a no-brainer there. So you can see that. No volume behind the rally. Let's go to Bitcoin USD on the 1 month, 5-minute intraday. What up, Nick, Lewis, JD, Johnny, Carrie, Martin, Max King. Here's Bitcoin USD. Let's look at the 5-minute on that since we just had the sell-off. And then let's get ready. Same thing there. You can see new high on price, volume. Tried to go to new highs, but didn't. Just gradually made it there, a little quick up thrust at the end. But definitely not supporting that. That looked like a fifth wave coming out of a triangle. If that's correct on an intraday basis, you can see this might be 1, 2. And I hate to say it, down here we had that 5 waves overlapping, wave 1 up. And then a pullback. I just wasn't bullish enough down there. I missed that. So that's a 1, 2. This is 3 up and 4. And that's 5. So probably that's 5 up of an A. God of War, what's up? I'm going to wrench you just for saying that. And so if we look at that again, this rally, no volume. Probably call that a fifth wave if you're doing Elliott wave, which everyone here probably already knows that I throw a little bit of Elliott wave on top of my Wyckoff. Mostly just on the cryptos. I really don't do that on the stock side. But now if we go back to here, 2 ways to read that rally that I've been showing. Again, understand, rally we just had, I called this 5 waves up off the low. Let's zoom in a little bit. So if this is A down, a flat is ABC up, ABC down, 5 waves up. So that means that would be extremely bearish. This count means we are done going up. 10.9 is we just poked our head above this wave here. Now we're in huge trouble, and maybe going to get that sub 9,000, 8,000 that I'm talking about. So technometers, anybody knows me knows technometers were at 57, 53, 53 this morning. So definitely got a lot of downside potential. If you're bullish, you're going to want to read this count. If you're extremely bullish, you're going to say the lows are already in. We've had 5 waves up, looking for an ABC down. I showed this earlier today. The problem is we've already had a pretty big sell-off. So maybe we do something like this, and we'll have a buy in a couple days. Or this is the other count that's still bearish, but short-term bullish. and that is, you could call this A ended somewhere here, and you had the B down that just finished on that break to 10,150, because we're about 170 off that low already. And what this is then is we're looking, we had the wave W down, and now we're working on a big triangle, which is ABC up, ABC down, again ABC up, ABC down, ABC up. Every movement inside the triangle is an ABC. So that would mean we just made the low of the B probably, or again to BQ, you could say that was the A. B's gonna go sideways here or come down one more time later today or tomorrow, and then do the C up. And then that would get you a rally to 11, 11.1, 11.2. That would be a major top. So I got to give you alternatives. The thing is, we're working off an overbought technometer. I don't believe in the bullish count, so I believe that we're headed straight down here, or we're gonna, if we don't go straight down, we're gonna go sideways, and then one more push to 11.2. So any more detail than that, you're just gonna have to join Discord, $40 a month. I will still say, if you go here, everybody knows I bring this up. Shorts, there's no shorts in the market. They're coming off the low a little bit. Longs are not too overextended, but the net of that showing that Bitcoin is still possibly overpriced. I'm still looking for something below 9,000. So it keeps me up at night, but I still think that's what could happen here. So anybody new knows we had 5 ways up into 14,000. We've been looking for sideways to lower. We've had sideways. I still think there's lower. If you bring up Litecoin, what a dog. We were long that at 66. I sold it at 66.60, 66.50. Took really small profits. Still don't like the way it acts. It looks like it wants to go below 60 again. If Bitcoin breaks down, Litecoin's going to 50 probably. Same thing on Ethereum. We haven't been trading that. We was hoping for a low at 160. The look of the rally, you know, we'd have to hold in here and ignite, which means the bullish Bitcoin chart would have to be the one. I'm not sure that's going to happen, so I think probably this C wave is going to expand into 5 waves down. So we're going lower here, maybe to 140 or something. Let's bring that up. 140 is more what I'm thinking. Alts are not looking well. Bitcoin dominance off the frickin' charts. I'd wanted a 72, which is what I was showing. We have done 73.50 this morning. That obviously looks like a triangle. So maybe at some point here, Bitcoin dominance is going to quit, but so far, not quitting. And below 9.6, I think 9,800 is, for me, I've been showing 9,800, I think, is probably a breakdown level for me. That's because we overlap this 1,212. So I think 9,800 says that we're in trouble. Again, that could still be this in again. The 9,800 could still be that breakdown for this D wave, but it still would tell me that the high, you know, that we're headed lower. So 9,800 says that we're headed lower and probably going to break 9,000. Spiller, if you join Patreon, Nick or I will get you an invite link to the Discord, so, and that'll come to your Patreon. Nick will probably send that as we're speaking if you just paid. If you paid earlier today, yesterday, there'll still be a link at your Patreon that brings you to Discord. Get to Discord, read the intro, read the welcome, etc. And there's Nick saying he's sending it now. So, and otherwise, we got alts. I mean, Ripple, I showed this morning, looked pretty good on our technometer, but I got a feeling it's still headed lower, so I'm not jumping on that. NEO continue to look horrible. XMR, I've talked about one that we want to own, or you want to look at. That one's holding up much better. ETC is the other one I mentioned. It's still holding up better. So yeah, I'm still happy to sit on my hands. That's what I've been doing. So let everything come down to me. So again, short term, everybody just got in. I mean, this could easily, this count here is definitely a possibility, which means, again, we could have just made the low. We might be headed to 11.2 right now. We're going to mouse around here, maybe stab at 10.150 again, 10.100, quick reversal. Be on the lookout for that, that we still have a rally to 11.2. But to play that takes steel, so you might not want to try that. I'm not sure. Like picking up nickels in front of a steamroller, so be careful. I'm bearish. I think we're rolling over. The ride to 11.2, I think, would be the last gas to still higher. So, and again, if we go back to here, that rally probably, even if we get to 11.2, is not going to look good on the intradays. So I can't count that out yet. Again, a 9,800 print, I think, says the upside's done. Yeah, 94.50, I was saying, I was still expecting lower down there. So that's definitely one of the buys I missed. So again, we had, this was a 1, 2, 3, 4 off the bottom that overlaps. People know I trade that with an ABC down. I just thought that was going to be an A, B, and then a C that ended up here at 98. I did not expect to run to 10.9. But selling Litecoin didn't really hurt me any. And with Bitcoin at 10.3, you know, once again, missed a little bit of opportunity. But I still think we're falling below 9,400. So I'm still happy waiting. So again, 9,800, I think, tells you the highs are now in. That doesn't mean we couldn't bounce to 10.2 or something, and that'd be a pretty good sell. I'm still leaning that we break 9,000, go to 8. I mean, there's even some Elliott wave down to like 72.50. I don't want to think we're going to get that low. Anybody on there's got to know, I usually have a hodl bag anyway. Usually don't set totally in cash unless clients are wanting that. I'm going to show an XRP technometer since I showed them this morning in Discord. 41 here. You can see new lows on the OP, which is volume, and somewhat oversold tech. So XRP not looking horrible here. I normally don't buy weak coins. And there's XRP USDT. Extremely oversold tech. Here on the break to 25, and here again. And again, OP hitting new lows. So that chart on its own looks really good. But I can't imagine if Bitcoin falls that XRP is going to lead us higher. So be careful. Maybe having a little XRP here is okay. As Nick says, like, subscribe. Head over to Discord if you get a chance. Here's the Discord link. Bottom right, $40 tier. We'll get you into the Discord. Real quick, we're going to go over a few stocks here. We had the Dow ended up closing up 69 points. If you got my free weekend review, I was bullish stocks this week. If you're in our pro traders, we've been long some stocks. Not making a ton of money, but trying to stay on the right side. So this was a Wyckoff wave. You can see here at I was bullish at Tuesday's opening. So we've had a little bit of strength here. We're still 44 neutral on the technometer, so it looks like we could go higher. but I am worried that we got another leg on stocks down, so I'm looking out for that. Here's a Wyckoff Wave Growth Index, which is more NASDAQ-y. You can see we did get a 49.67 here. So we do have an overbought technometer here. So this looks like sideways redistribution. So I'm not that friendly on some stocks here, especially NASDAQ. You got to be careful because we have a few stocks here that could come under pressure. So I'm going to watch that for Monday morning. Here's the SPY. Nice strength, 42 on the technometer, so looks higher there. Go over a few of our positions. Twitter, we gave a buy on, what was that, Tuesday morning, since I was friendly. Thought we'd bust a new highs. We are overbought, so don't know if you're trading small time frames. Quick $3, you could roll out of that if you want. That could be a jump across this minor creek. So you'd buy a pullback for further gains, but I gave you a cheap trade there. AT&T is another one. These trades you can get mostly in Discord. We're giving most of them in there, but if nothing else, we give them at Pro Traders for $40 a month at wyckoffsmi.com. Might start a Discord for stocks later. We're not sure what we're doing. We're discussing that. Here's AT&T. We gave a buy. I think it was $34.79 this day. Looking for higher prices. That again is what we've gotten, so that was a good trade. Low risk opportunity. We'll probably put a stop at break even. We're long AMD. That's one not that good a week here. Shitty action today. We've got a stop down here around 29. I think our stop's at 29.21. But we got an oversold technometer, so that one I got to think about. Square is another one that we like longer term because we like the crypto space. But that one again setting down here. Somewhat oversold technometer, so there again, you got to think about that one over the weekend. Here's the dollar index coming back to overbought on the technometer. I think that's an up thrust. I'm going to be short this one again sometime next week probably. And everybody wants to know about TLT and GDX. High level consolidation TLT. Relatively oversold technometer, so probably there's more strength there, but I'm not long. I don't know how I can get long at the risk that I want. GDX, precious metals, we've been out of that since the sell over here. Big money all year. Anybody new? We gave buys down here, buys here, sold there. And again, technometer was oversold, so I thought we'd try to hold in here. But I had said I'm bearish metals for a pullback. Big volume yesterday. More selling today. So I'm out of there, waiting for some type of entry. So that's all we've got. Bitcoin 200 off the low we made a little bit ago. Let's go to Binance. Made a 10-150 quick. That was within seconds. So we're 200 off that low. That looks like 5 ways down. So we could mouse up here to 10.6, come down to a 10.1, then do an 11.1, 11.2. If you're trying to be really cute. If you're not trying to be cute, I think you sit on your hands, take a vacation. Enjoy the weekend. What up, Estaj? So that's where I'm at. Technometer's overbought. It was, let me bring it up here because it was, obviously it came off of overbought. I think I saw 49. Let's wait for that to run before we call it a day here. What was the news today? Hold on here a second. some news I think I want to talk about. Let's go to learncrypto.io to the blog where Kerry keeps us updated on some daily info. They were blaming the Bitcoin drop on Jerome Powell. I don't know if that's really true. Binance US is launching in the coming weeks. That's important. We're going to keep our eye on that for sure. And there, Jack Dorsey talking about Square's business. I'd agree with that. Square's a good buy, especially if Square gets slapped here on the next few weeks or month on lower stock prices, then Square's one you want to buy and hold. So we'll be on that hopefully in Pro Traders and probably on Discord. Boss Kula, my target's really not changed. We're going below 9 grand, somewhere below 9 grand. I'm not going to give any more details. 8,200 is a guess. Wait for that. Litecoin, Ethereum, everything looks still lower. So, again, anybody new, I own WyckoffSMI.com. Original Institute started by Wyckoff in 1931. I do get a little grief from it, but on cryptos, I do throw some Elliott Wave roadmaps on top of my Wyckoff signals. So I'm not really trading Elliott Wave unless to confirm what Wyckoff's saying. AM, I mean, if you're in Twitter, again, short term, I don't think it'll hurt to sell it. I think you'll probably get it back cheaper. That's not an official sell. But that could be a jump. Now we have a pullback to 43.35 again. So again, I'm going to think about that. Technometer's overbought as it has been. But that's bullish to have a overbought technometer as we're breaking out. If we go higher here, I think, you know, let's say it goes to 47.50 and then maybe pulls back to 45.50. So you might still get it back even if you sell it here. So that's your choice. And right, if you want 24/7 updates, join a $40 Patreon because we're in there night and day. And I'm going to say we answer all questions. If we miss any, it's just from too much going on. So that's all I got. Friday afternoon, I got some barbecued ribs in the oven. Yeah, buddy. Gonna hopefully see the wife tomorrow for lunch. Any big activity, I'll probably be back here live. Join Discord. Take the course at Learn Crypto for $2.99. If you're a member of Discord, you get that course for $2.40, which is a steal. The Beeb is bearish. I'm not that bearish. I'm not looking for anything below 7,200. And I'm not gonna. And don't hold me to 7,200. That's not my. It's not what I'm expecting. We'll go over Magic here real quick, down 7%. Let's go back to a 4-hour chart. I had said when we broke this support right back to it, I was a little suspect on that. This is one you want to own, I think, at some time. I think it's a name you might want to look at. I've got another list here that I got from a close friend that we're going to talk about in Discord. Some coins that might come alive here in the future. I'm not going to give those here at the moment. And then what else we want to look at? We want to look at Link, another one that gets traded around in the Discord. I talked about coming down below this 190, doing like a 180 to this previous support, 170, 180. We've done that. So again, too early to buy, I think. Nick might have a different opinion on some of these. I'm still looking for a little bit more weakness. Atom is one that I think we took a little bit of money out of that, but that's one, been a total dog. One you might want to get for a big bounce at some point. Not yet. All right, shout out to 232 in here. Like, subscribe, join Discord. Check out WyckoffSMI.com, LearnCrypto.io, and our Instagrams, our Facebook, whatever. So we're going to try to take this all to another level here, trying to do a little more marketing, trying to bring in a better system for going live, trying to get live on Facebook, etc., all at the same time. So peace out. I'm going to run the outro. Who is Wyckoff? And have a great weekend. See you.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907 I created the Magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the Magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and created the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff stock market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.